broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Welcome, everybody. AfterBuzz 316 says welcome to the NXT After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. I am one of your hosts, the internet's Mark B. Donica, and joining me as always, we have the full NXT team here, starting with Mr. The Hobo.
Give me the hell yeah, the beer, baby.
All right,
I'll
give you both of those.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean technically it's Owen 316, but yes, we will go with that too. And of course, welcoming back Mr. Bill Hanstock. He's not fired.
Hey everybody.
I told ya.
I'm rehired.
Yes.
My firing lasted all of 1 week.
Yeah.
Well, I was gone for a week. I only missed one match.
That's true.
It all worked out.
Not a bad record to lose. So tonight's NXT show is action-packed, a full hour. A lot of cracky voices tonight because I'm that excited. But the show starts off. Loving this Asuka music. The show started off with a recap of the 2 out of 3 falls that we covered in its entirety last week.
How did you find it, Bill?
It was awesome. I loved it. I thought it was great storytelling as far as not as exciting. It probably won't be as rewatched or as lauded as Cesaro versus Zayn, but it was a completely different story and to accomplish a completely different thing.
Very true. Very true.
I also loved that they did have a full show scheduled, but it went long.
These things happen.
Yeah. Well, did you guys have a full show last week, but then the match went long, so you had to...
I mean, yeah.
That's why I wasn't here.
We had plenty of things to talk about, really, but we had to talk about that match.
I was actually in the studio, and they were like, well, Bill, that match went 55 minutes, so...
We gotta bump you.
Pound sand.
You were Matt Damon. Apologies to Matt Damon. Apologies to Bill Hanstock. We couldn't get it. So let's... a huge show, so we got to get through as much as we can because we do have a little bit of news to talk about. First, Sami Zayn comes out. He's reflecting on last week. I went to war with Samoa Joe. Everybody uses this war thing.
Yeah,
and it's a little bit tired, but last week's match was worthy of that line. And I think if other people weren't using it so often, because you hear it in movies, you hear it in TV, it's always about war no matter what it is. It's like Cadbury eggs, we'll go to war on Easter or something, you know.
Yeah.
You never know. But he's not embarrassed about going toe-to-toe for nearly an entire hour. His goal is still the same. He wants to become the first 2-time champion. He's a little bit sad though because TakeOver Dallas is going to be huge. And as of yet, he doesn't really have a place on it until Regal comes out. And he says that Sami deserves to face one of the best in the world and makes the match, or he alludes, hey, you're going to fight our newest signee. And the screen goes static, and it's this really weird Instagram video of Shinsuke Nakamura.
It should have been Shinsuke Nakamura like in a Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, why not, really?
With the Matrix zeros and ones going down.
I like how he had his face against the wall, too, and then he turned away.
It was good. It was just
eating stucco.
Classic Shinsuke Nakamura stuff.
Yes.
There's a very, very natural shot, a very natural place for Shinsuke Nakamura to be against a wall. He says, I will see Sami Zayn, I will see you in Dallas when Shinsuke Nakamura takes over Dallas. So we have, officially on the books, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura, a dream match. What do you guys think?
It's a dream match.
It's a dream match.
Yeah,
dream come true, boyhood dream, Dallas, Texas. Okay.
I'm glad you could make out what Shinsuke Nakamura was saying because I could only hear the Full Sail crowd chanting.
And all we heard was.
It took me an extra second.
It was you deciphering that that promo was like the equivalent of like Al Bundy going to the record store like him.
That's a good pull. I mean, it's my elite hacker skills, I suppose, being able to translate English, half English, other languages. Japan English? I don't know, whatever. But yeah, we have a huge match for Dallas. The card is taking shape. As of that announcement, we had 3 matches, and later in the night, we're going to find out the title, the rest of the title picture for the show. Next match, or first match rather, Hype Bros versus Angelo Dawkins and a new tag team partner in Kenneth Crawford. What did you guys think of Crawford tonight?
I like his look. It's a different look. Pretty clean cut, but memorable. I think he's memorable. Like, he kind of got run over. Kinda. Yeah, he got run over. But I'm gladly see anything he does in the future.
Sure.
He definitely has like a very standout look. He sort of has there's a lot of guys in the indies that have a similar look to him, but it's like his look is like that look turned up to 10. It's a memorable look, and especially, I mean, next to Angelo Dawkins, who we've seen go through so many iterations of gimmicks and gear and personality. It seems like this is a guy I want to see more of. He also got the patented, like, I've seen this guy around the Performance Center, and let me tell you, he works hard. He got like the patented talking point.
Yeah, it's a good note when we're seeing this guy and going, "Oh, I like him. What's his name? What's his name?" As opposed to, "We're never gonna hear this guy."
Yeah,
we're just like local talent and Angelo Dawkins.
We were afraid that they were never gonna say. They're like, "All right, so Mojo Rawley's starting off in the ring, and let me tell you about Mojo Rawley, everybody."
Did you know he likes to have fun?
Yeah, Kenneth Coleman's like getting close-ups, and we're like, "Who is he? Tell us."
Because it's lower third, something, anything.
We want to know his name.
Say his name.
What's his name? His name should have been. He just got totally messed up.
He who gets decimated by the Hype Bros.
That doesn't roll off the tongue as much. But if that's the tag team name, maybe
you could put it on a shirt.
You could. It would be a terrible selling shirt. A lot of aggression from Mojo in this, and a lot of high flying, or a lot more top rope action that we don't usually see from Zack Ryder in this match too.
He did a slingshot splash that was very cool.
Yeah.
He did a double sort of through the ropes baseball slide, double broski boot.
It was double boot. I think when you're tag teaming with a guy, you've got to differentiate yourself from your partner. What do you bring to the table that's different from your partner? I think he's got to go high because Mojo stays grounded fairly often, I'd say. So he's got to take to the air a little bit more just to change it up.
That's interesting because I feel like that is a good dynamic to have in a tag team where sort of you have 2 complementary pieces or you have 2 different strengths, but it's sort of it's a little bit antithetical to like the classic definition of tag team where it's like here are 2 guys who are the same, like Ole and Arn or like Barbarian and Warlord or Axe and Smash. It's sort of like the current state of tag team wrestling, what you want to get at.
Yeah, a little bit more complimentary, and this match, all of the power from Mojo Rawley. His big the running shoulders that he just kept knocking Crawford down. He really grossly kneed Dawkins off the apron, hit a stinger splash, and did this weird charging he ain't hype discus slap. It's supposed to be a right, but it was a little bit too far, and he looks like he just kind of got the edge.
It took too many to actually get there. It should have been he ain't hype, and then one more and he hits it right there.
Yeah, I just like the fact that someone's using a discus slap.
Yeah, it's probably not supposed to
palm
be
strike.
Oh, sorry, it's a discus shute.
You use the heel of the hand. It's actually easier to knock a man out with this part of your hand.
Oh, he's gonna knock his nose up into his brain?
Well, no, it's right against the jaw.
Okay.
Just pop, and knock a guy out.
Well,
we've all been there.
I have not yet.
Real quick, while we're talking about Mojo Rawley, I want to put myself over a little bit.
Do it.
If you have the time, Google Gronk, Mojo Rawley, Cage Side Seats, and check out the interview that I did last week with Rob Gronkowski, where he confirms everything that you always suspected about Mojo Rawley.
Even more so than Breaking Ground?
Mojo Rawley is too much for Gronk.
Wow.
Gronk himself confirmed that. So go read
Captain
that interview. That's
Zubaz.
fun. Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
It takes a special kind of human.
The Hype Bros get the Hype Rider for the win, and we all hope to see a little bit more of Dawkins and Crawford.
Is Hype Rider a pun?
Yeah.
Is that a pun?
Yeah, I always thought so.
I mean, it's a portmanteau, but like, is it a pun? Like, is it a play on
It's
something?
a poor man's toe.
Well, you know about those. You've lost.
How many do you have
I've got
left?
9 of them.
Okay.
9's a good number.
Who knows? Maybe it was just like
is it a play on words? Like, is Hype Rider, like, is that a play on something? Or is it just a combination of hype and writer?
probably a little of column A, a little of column B.
Okay, so
Right,
you
because what was Ryder's finisher before?
is the Rough Rider.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
So this is the Hype Rider because
Right.
it's
Right, off the top
Raleigh,
rope.
who is
So it's a
hype.
portmanteau.
Yes.
It's a combination of two disparate
Yes.
words. Okay,
It's
so
the poor man's toes again.
So you got to slow it down for Hobo just so that he can understand. We got a long package about the second trip to the Arnold Classic. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Triple H were there. They were showing off to all the kids. There was a lot of action from that weekend, including some of the rest of their shows from Ohio.
I mean, it's a big event for them.
Yeah.
They actually taped television last year at that event. So I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't film it for TV this time around, but it's still a very big event for them, and it's really a full year in the making, as that was the first time they ever really went on the road.
And I like the look of their set. Like it's
Yeah.
a lot. It's like an opposite of what the live set, the WWE touring set is, where it's just like two sort of offset screens, where it's got the round screen up front and then the two side screens. Looks cool. I like that sort of a design. Backstage, we see Emma and Dana running into Deonna Purrazzo again. Emma saying the evolution can't stop, won't stop, but Deonna's gonna stop it.
She said with minimal confidence,
I'm gonna stop it.
I'm gonna stop the evolution. I can so. Shut up.
And she almost didn't get she almost didn't even get a head pat from this.
Well, no,
It almost didn't deserve it.
Dana said we're so serious about this that you're not even gonna get a head pat because that's how serious we are. Psych.
I thought they're just gonna beat the crap out of her because like I didn't expect there to be a match between Deonna and Emma because we saw that match.
right.
A couple times.
Yeah.
And
I just-
oh man, I'm just so lost.
I really hope that Deonna just keeps getting beat up by people week after week until like someone, anyone, like is like does the I'm gonna take you under my wing and teach you how to fight sort of thing.
Okay, let me talk for you.
Yeah.
She's the next Paul Heyman girl.
Oh, sweetie, no.
Sweet.
Honey, you're gonna get hurt. Here, come here.
Who could that even be?
Nia Jax,
Yes,
yeah.
Nia.
After she
Smart
breaks
enough.
free of Eva. After she breaks free of Eva.
Yeah, no,
Eva
we'll get there.
Spell.
We'll get there because that rift may have started tonight.
Or maybe Emma and Dana beat Deonna up so many times that they just start feeling sorry for her and they're like, you can join the team.
This like
We'll teach you how to pat people on the head.
she took her lumps.
She could be like Dalton Castle's Boys, where she like Dana has Deonna pat people on the head for her.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm too important to pat people on the head. Now you do it.
So we need 2 Deonna Purrazzos.
No, we need 3 Dana Brooks.
Oh, that's too much. That's too much.
Then playtime, will, be, over.
Oh, too much. I have trouble with 1. I can't do 3.
Oh, it'll be lovely.
I'm a lightweight.
It'll be fine. Okay. So let's get into the match really quick. Because it's the match was pretty quick between Deonna Purrazzo and Emma. A lot of shoves between the two of them in the beginning, but Emma started off by very much showing that she is not going to be taking any of this nonsense. We get a snap hair.
Yes.
As nobody has ever put it before, which is really surprising. That is when you grab somebody's hair and you give them a snap hair.
Snap hair.
It'll be snap hair. And you can quote me on that and pay me for it. We get a hair pull from the ground when she's pulling her arm up. Then hair pull betwixt the ropes.
Lot of follicle offense.
Yeah.
Hair-based offense.
Emma with the hair-based offense.
The ring psychology and working over that scalp.
Yeah.
But actually, speaking of,
She lathered, rinsed, and then repeated.
Repeated and repeated and repeated.
so there something during this match that we noticed about the crowd. Crowd is always a wild card, a mixed bag. And tonight it was no different, where we were having them cheer for Emma, who was clearly the bad guy in this match. Is it less of fans being tired of Emma not being taken seriously, like, by the main roster, and that's why she came back down, or is it more on Deonna or more on Emma?
It's more. I wouldn't even say it's on either of them. It's on how the match was booked. People won't back a horse they don't think is going to win, period.
Yeah.
They did not believe for one solitary second that Deonna Purrazzo was going to pull out this win. So they just went, let's go, Emma. Just get this win and get this over with already. They didn't believe it. So we had what we sort of saw as this kind of lukewarm response for Emma, like, yeah, go Emma, just get it done.
Interesting. What did you think, Bill?
Yeah, I think especially at this point in like the taping cycle, like a lot of people who were in the Full Sail crowd that evening hadn't really seen a lot of Deonna Purrazzo, and if they had seen a lot of Deonna Purrazzo, they'd seen her losing every NXT match she's ever had.
And also, this taping was shortly after the USF.
It was like a couple days after CFE Arena.
So nobody even saw the Deonna matches from that. Yeah. Right. So
it's like the people who have seen Deonna have only seen her lose, and especially in this match, it's like she got like one hope spot maybe.
She just is losing
it
so
seemed like
hard.
Yeah.
She needs to have more offense.
And, I mean, like, Emma's pretty undeniably awesome, regardless of whether she's a heel. So, like, people see, like, this awesome character that we know and have loved for several years versus a person who is not going to even get any offense in.
Yeah.
Who should we cheer for? It's pretty much a no-brainer.
And for the shine spot, her Deonna's comeback, it wasn't really a, like, oh, this is happening now. It's like, oh, is this? And then she hit that really strong knee, and then it was like, nope, Emma's back to being on top. There wasn't enough time for the audience to like start getting behind her, which was unfortunate. Emma ends up getting the really gross Emma Might sandwich, which it's not what that's called anymore.
Corner.
Yeah, the corner, the low splash, but it's always.
You can even say that she jammed her with that sandwich.
Sure, you could.
You better believe it. But we got a dilemma.
Let us move on.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah, butter, lettuce, and jam. The Australians.
You've eaten worse out of dumpsters.
Yeah, but I haven't eaten that.
No, that you have to make special.
Yeah.
We got
you
dilemma.
wouldn't throw that away.
You would have to eat it. That's a betting sandwich. I bet you can't eat this. Dilemma and the Emma lock for the win. No beatdown or nothing. It's just Emma looking strong with Dana by her side. Before we get to the next part of the show, I want to share something that's been going on. Something that debuted on Monday night. Wondering if any of our listeners have been curious about a celebrity boyfriend's midlife crisis. Papa Bear here, Kevin Undergaro, has started a show called The Tomorrow Show. It's structured very similarly to like Howard Stern. It's really cool. Like I'm not just saying that I listened to it live on Monday because I love a lot of the people involved with the show. So if you enjoy hearing stories about the behind the scenes of Hollywood, and if you're amused by old TV and movie references, take a listen to The Tomorrow Show. It's super simple, just like us. You can watch it live. It broadcasts Monday nights and Thursday nights from 7 to 9 Pacific, or you can go to iTunes for free. It's about hour and a half, 2 hour shows every night. That's usually their slot. A lot of other AfterBuzz hosts too. Roxy Stryer, Ashley Daniels, and if you're a fan of our Lucha Underground show, Jared Gilkerson is a part of that production as well. And this past episode actually was really fun because it went through the behind the scenes of Kevin's proposal to Maria, and Maria showed up, and they were like, well, my version of the story, it was all very fun. Also, Kevin was on Sam Roberts' show, which was a fun show. So go to iTunes, go to tomorrowshow.com, and subscribe. Check out the show. It's a fun listen. Like 100% honesty, I really do like the show. It's a great podcast. If you do a lot of commuting, take a listen. It'll make it fly by. TheTomorrowShow.com or free on iTunes, The Tomorrow Show. Make sure to check it out. I really should listen to it.
Listen to the Tomorrow Show tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not the Tonight Show, it's the Tomorrow Show.
Tomorrow.
It's millennials in Star Trek costumes. It's pretty fun.
Nice.
We get a look on NXT at the Roadblock Tag Team title match. Both of you guys watched Roadblock this past weekend, right?
Indeed.
Hell of a show.
Yes.
And how would you compare the tag team title match to the rest of the show?
So much better. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, but that's all a high stake.
This was, I think, an opportunity for the NXT tag teams to really show their stuff and try and appeal to a wider audience that they might be drawing in because this is not an NXT-specific show. I think they brought it and then some. This was a fantastic match. And really, the throwback, they did everything they could to hang on to their championships.
The Revival?
Yes.
Very good. Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Did you see the...
Cough medicine 1, Hobo 0.
There was a segment backstage where New Day was getting interviewed, and the Revival ran into him, and they had kind of a stare down, and I was just like, WrestleMania. But of course, we know that's not going to happen. But,
I thought not only was it awesome to see like Enzo and Cass getting a really huge ovation on the very first instant they've ever been on WWE main roster television, but I loved that they completely stole the show with a takeover quality match. And I like that it stood out because it was very much like an NXT takeover style match, and everything else on that card was a house show style match. Now, I love WWE Network specials because they give us a chance to see house show style matches.
Yeah.
And you don't see them, and they're completely different beasts than what we see on television or pay-per-view.
Sami Zayn and Stardust?
Yeah.
You're never going to see that on television.
So I loved that. I loved Roadblock for that. And I loved that the NXT takeover style contrasted so nicely with the house show style from the main roster.
Like the two matches that stood out from Roadblock are that and the title match, and the World Heavyweight Championship match, I should say. And those two stood like next to each other as like, oh, these are the reason why we're watching the show. Definitely. And the other stuff is great and fun.
And the main event really faked people out with that false finish.
Oh my god!
But the Enzo and Cass and Revival match had two of the best falsies I've ever seen. Like the two of the closest and near falls that I bought into like so hard, and it also had one of the best hot tag cutoffs I've ever seen, ever.
Yeah.
Pounce from Dawson.
Just launching him out of the ring.
Yeah.
Do whatever you can.
Absolute do or die.
It was not only awesome, it was not only just fantastic, but it like quite clearly popped the announcers, the WWE announcers.
Holy crap!
Yeah, because they're like, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Let's see a replay.
It was just that. It was such a great moment, and between Dawson and Wilder in that moment too, because Enzo managed to duck Wilder, and Dawson just looked at him like, crap, and just goes in and smashes him. It was friggin' amazing.
Scott Dartson?
Yes.
Nope. Nope.
Dodge Dartson.
Dodge Dartson. That's going to be when they're a trio. But yes, if you want to hear more about Roadblock, our pay-per-view panel did cover the show Sunday night, so make sure to excuse me, go to iTunes, go to YouTube after the show, and check out the Roadblock after show. Give them some love. But that match, that show, absolutely fantastic. Let's keep talking about our show with Mr. Tommaso Ciampa versus Jesse Sorensen. That guy. Hey, it's Jesse
Who
Sorensen.
is that? Oh, it's Jesse Sorensen. Oh, well, it's good to see him
by
back.
the time we had finished our discussion of how you spell Jesse Sorensen, the match was over.
Yeah, it's pretty quick.
Because I was like, doesn't he spell his name with a Y?
It
I think
was.
it's an E. Oh, it's over.
If he gets signed, it'll instead of it's Bailey, it'll be like, oh hey, it's Jesse Sorensen. And the winner of the match, oh hey, it's Jesse Sorensen.
I just want to hear the announcer going, oh hey, it's Jesse Sorensen. Like,
Just
really
totally drop it like Rick. And the winner of the match, oh hey, it's Jesse Sorensen.
It's going to be even better because it's going to be like, and his opponent already in the ring. Oh, hey, it's Jesse Sorensen.
Just like, oh, okay, hey Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse Sorensen. Tommaso Ciampa fired up out of the gate, huge drop kick to the corner, and just starts beating him down, stomps, knees, strikes, running knee into the corner, huge discus clothesline, but you couldn't stop him. Sorensen tried.
To his credit, he showed some real fire.
Yeah.
When he had that moment and knocked Tommaso down, he was up and he was fired up, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you gotta do. That one moment you're able to get that thing and you feel it. Just feel it for real.
Feel it?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorensen loses by being applied an armbar. That's probably the weirdest way that I could have presented that. Tommaso Ciampa wins with an armbar.
You having a stroke?
Words tricky my face.
Words tricky. This is totally.
Someone making eggs. my mouth tastes like pennies and armbar.
Why would I take a drink?
Yeah.
Jerk. What did you guys think of this performance from Tommaso Ciampa?
What does it mean for Ciampa that he just killed Jesse Sorensen?
That he's wanted in another state?
Like he's
Jesse
getting
Sorensen.
pushed like this, and I'm so curious as to how they're going to use him in the future.
I mean, so far this is what he's being used for.
Killing a guy who doesn't even have a WWE contract when he doesn't have a WWE contract? I'm very confused.
One could even say he's been chomping up the competition.
One could say that, but I wouldn't.
2 out of 3 won't.
1 out of 3 hosts agree that was the right thing to say. But that's not a passing grade. After this, we get 2 of 3 big tag team matches of the night.
2 of 3.
1 of 2 of 3.
We get applied match tag team.
We get another armbar in the form of a tag team match, women tag
style.
Yes. Women's division match.
Yes.
I think we've just found a new shirt for Mark.
Stuttering, just ellipses.
Just King of Talking style.
No, King of
Stutter style.
Stutter style. Yeah, that's me.
You hate that that's that good, I can tell.
Shut up.
King of Wrong style.
Well, somebody wanted to do King of or Hobo style in the chat.
I wrote that
Boxcar
down.
style.
Yeah, you should.
Boxcar style.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll do that. Still need to do bulletproof. Nia Jax and Eva Marie versus Bayley and Asuka. We don't get the fun tag team style that we got from Nia Jax. Yes. And Eva Marie that we got at the last recording. But what did you think of this match?
So this was really great. Eva Marie was applying herself even more in this match, and it didn't work out. Sort of perfectly. The more Eva Marie there is, the less the likelihood of a win. It was great. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I love what I am now going to attempt to get over as the team of All Red Every Queen. Yes. I love them. I love Eva Marie. That's not a secret. I love Nia Jax. Yes. But I thought the match was great, and I loved the finish.
I love our chat.
I got him again. Oh, just the
No,
chat.
I love our
Okay,
chat.
Right. Yes. And I love the finish. Great to have Bayley just sneak out of the way and Eva Marie get plastered with that big leg drop.
Squished.
Kaboom!
And depending on how Nia Jax rolled off, could have pulled out some of her hair.
And then Nia's just like the standard, like, oh no, what have I done?
She sort of slowly backs away until Bayley drop kicks her out.
And Asuka was on the other, was like on the corner, totally going, yeah.
Yes. Yaska.
Yaska!
Yaska.
Perfect. Amazing. Bayley knocked Nia out with that. Oh, and the knee that Asuka gave to Eva when she was trying to escape.
Oh, yeah.
Just disgusting. Yeah. Fun match. Not as fun as when we were slowly realizing, oh my god, Eva Marie's not doing anything and still trying to take all of the credit. Like, that last tag match, really hard to beat. But this one was fun for different reasons.
Right.
Liked it a lot.
You actually got some fulfillment of Eva Marie just taking some really nasty suplexes.
Yeah, and she looked good.
Well, yeah.
Well, shut up.
When the women's champion decides that it's time for you to go, you go.
Yep. No complaints from. Oh god, when she got tagged in and immediately rocked, the crowds were like, "We want some Bayley." A little bit louder. After the match, Nia Jax comes and helps her friend out of the ring, and we get Mr. William Regal out, decides to make Asuka versus Bayley at TakeOver Dallas. We have our women's championship match. Holy crap. So
It was so easy, too.
yeah, there was Asuka hasn't lost yet, and Bayley has. I mean, of course, she's won every defense that she's had, but she's always found a way, no matter the odds, to escape with the championship.
She submitted Nia Jax.
Yes, she
Nobody
did.
saw that coming.
No.
So if she was able to do that against Nia, there's a way, perhaps unseen by us, that she could beat Asuka. But I don't know what that is.
Yaska, please.
Yaska.
Yaska. Now we found 2 segments to do it. Perfect.
Yes.
What do you think about the match, Bill?
The match coming up?
Yes, the Dallas match.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be Asuka.
Awesome. Now that's pulling. I almost got the last one. The last one I was like, maybe, but this one is a stretch. A little bit of a stretch.
Well, I'm asking for trouble. So
There you go. Redemption.
I think it's going to be amazing. I think this is probably, the monster at the end of the book for Bayley, as we've said before. The moving parts have been so fun to watch because for a while it looked like Nia Jax was the final boss, but now it looks like Nia Jax is sort of going to be Asuka's final boss. And, Bayley's probably not long for the NXT roster full time. She's too talented to not be called up in short order, and the WWE Divas division is already down people, and it's going to be down even more people very soon.
Yeah, starting to lose some folks
because Brie's retiring, and
supposedly.
No, she's definitely retiring. She's not working us, everybody. Yeah. She's not going to show up on Raw in a salmon blazer.
I wish she would.
And be like, y'all a bunch of puppets.
And then Charlotte's going to come out and hand her the belt, and then she's going to totally knock her out.
She's gonna body slam John Cena and then be like, Brie mode.
Everybody's just going to be quiet because they're going to be confused.
What?
Is this for Total
What
Divas?
just happened? Did she just body slam John Cena? What's going on?
John Cena and Brie at Payback.
Dude, imagine Brie body slamming John Cena, how much he's gonna get late for her, just full John Cena face.
What's going on? Wow. The women's division in NXT. A lot of people have been saying, "Yo, Bayley's gonna have to stick around for a while to get everybody up on her level," and I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that.
She's already done it.
Yeah,
right.
She put Nia Jax. She made Nia Jax look like $1 million. She made Carmella look $1 million. She made Alexa look like $1 million.
Even though she was pretty close.
And as William Regal said, Bayley's been the standard bearer, but Asuka's taken the premier division in wrestling to another level. Yeah. So I mean, it's just. NXT's stacked and will continue to remain stacked.
It's a nice time for a torch passing.
Yeah.
And no matter what, no matter the outcome, it's going to be an amazing match. Super excited for that to come up. We get a very oddly placed and structured interview promo with Austin Aries. The guys kind of lead him into a promo and then disappear, and the audio changes completely. It's like it was just a freeze frame on Austin, and then they pressed play right when they went up to him.
They're like, "Thanks for joining us, Austin." He's like, "Hey guys,"
but then he's like, "Thank you for," like in mid-word. He was excited to make his debut, but that was, of course, cut short by Mr. Baron Corbin. Regal even apologized while he was laying on the ground, staring up. But he's like, "Don't be sorry for me. Be sorry for Baron Corbin." He knows that Corbin is big, bad, and insecure. He's going to teach him why he's the greatest man who ever lived. And it's going to be a great day to be great and a bad day to be you. Solid.
While it was a little goofy to have live via satellite, he was a guy who got pushed down. While that was a little weird, I thought it was one of the best Austin Aries promos I've ever seen. So
really,
I mean, he's not really well known for. He's not as well known. He's had great characters in the past, but he hasn't really had any standout promo moments that I can really remember.
I think his stuff in ring has been better for his in ring promos. He really feeds on the energy.
He's a great character. He's especially his double world's greatest man thing. That character is amazing. But there's very little that you can point to in Austin Aries' career where it's oh, you gotta check out this promo.
It's, I mean, he usually lets his in-ring work speak for himself, and the promos are like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
But this one was pretty solid. Neat. Surprised that we didn't see new AfterBuzz star Kovu walking through the shot and peeing on the couch. So that, did you? Oh, you missed that Raw?
I don't get these references.
No, okay. Thea Trinidad was on Raw 2 weeks ago and brought Kovu, their dog, and it peed on the table. But in the middle of the show. Amazing. It was an awesome moment. Go back and watch it. Leave comments.
On Raw?
On the Raw After Show.
Oh, the After. Okay.
Yeah,
I
on
was
the Raw
like,
After Show.
I missed that.
Yeah,
part
no, we had
of
Thea here. There's a dog in the middle of the ring.
I was like, what's happening?
That happened to me once.
I was way
A dog
off.
peed on your table?
No, I had a dog in the ring. It really did happen. Dog jumped in the ring mid-match.
All right.
This happened to me once.
Take him down?
No, he ran away. He was a big dog. We were both very off-put. And then he kind of ran away, and then I just grabbed him with a headlock. My opponent.
Not the dog.
Not the
Grab
dog.
the dog.
Did he have a little
Anyway,
pendant that said Money in the Bank or Money in the Bark, and he was going to cash in and beat you good?
Not that I saw.
Okay. But yes, that was a wonderful promo. Go back and watch that after show. Two Raws ago, very fun. We get an announcement that Asuka versus Emma is going to be taking place on the show next week. Maybe a main event, maybe not. We don't know yet. It's a main event caliber match. Two of the baddest women in NXT. So that'll be exciting. Our main event of this night, though, what was American Alpha versus the Vaudevillains for the number one contendership for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
Check
Team Champs. Sorry, I watched.
Mark B. Donica, the B stands for booze.
The B stands for. I watched the Steven Seagal movie today. I did. I watched Under Siege for Action Movie
it's
Anatomy.
Under Siege.
It was bad. Oh
At
god.
least Fire Down Below has a good song attached to it.
Fire down below. The weirdest thing is his name in that is Ryback.
No!
So everybody's like, "Damn it, Ryback," and I'm like,
You're kidding me.
"No, it's
No way.
it's something Ryback, and it's spelled Ryback. It's so
And
weird.
when that lady popped out of the cake, he was like, "Feed me more."
Cover yourself up and feed me more.
Feed me more, lady
So yeah,
cake.
go watch Action Movie Anatomy and Under Siege. It was a very, very bizarre day for me, and I'm still trying to get over it. My life will never be the same. Gable and Gotch started off this match in a remarkable fashion, and I could see that style of a match the entire time. If they did a one-on-one was just groundwork.
I love that.
Oh god, and too much amazingness in this match. What did you guys think?
No, this was really, really good. Though I really felt that it was just going to be the American Alpha all the way.
Yeah.
I don't feel that the Vaudevillains are really contenders at this place and time.
Despite the attitude change.
Yeah.
Because they haven't really done anything. They've gotten meaner, but they haven't really beat any, like, ranked opponents as of recently.
And usually an attitude change means that you start winning. It seems like their attitude change has started a downward trend for them.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if, say, American Alpha wins the tag titles at TakeOver, if the Vaudevillains then beat them down or start attacking them in subsequent weeks and really start becoming obsessed with the fact that they've lost the tag titles and have been on this downward spiral, and now they'll be the big antagonists for American Alpha going forward.
Well, where would that put the Revival?
They'll be around. Well, they'll get their rematch.
Yeah. But villains accosted for him. Maybe something like that.
Well, I mean, they could always recruit Blake and Murphy to be like their Wyndham and.
So we'll have an NXT male Four Horsemen.
Yeah, why not? I think it's time the men get a fair shake.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Get
a
outta
joke.
here.
Smash the patriarchy.
They'll need to be revived. Yeah,
Nope.
that was JP Morrison chat. That wasn't me.
Nope.
Don't blame me.
Well, according to Hobo, the team name is the Throwbacks.
Yeah, the
So-
throwbacks.
Hey, on cough medicine, it's wherever you want it to be.
That's right. Mark's been slurring through the whole show.
I promise I haven't been drinking. I should be drinking more water though. Highlights of this match. Come on, gentlemen.
Massive German suplex!
Yes, that was like a roll through just straight up German suplex. He could have thrown Aiden English out of the ring.
He almost threw him onto the top of his head.
That was a little bit too strong.
I'm surprised that was not the finish.
Yeah.
You guys saw William Regal's admonishments in the past few
Of
days.
course.
Okay.
I mean, as a professional myself, I can't help but take note of a fellow wrestler of the caliber that he is, and really looking back on his career and going, I wish I hadn't done all of that I had done.
Yeah.
Because I like doing bridge suplexes, and I land on my head a lot, and now it's got me questioning it a little bit.
For those of you who don't know, William Regal posted on Twitter a picture of his X-ray of his neck. That was
All sorts of screws.
Oh
and
my
staples
god!
And bars and,
I mean, it looks like out of a Saw film.
I think there was like a socket wrench in there.
Yeah.
So they left it in there. So yeah, and he was not necessarily admonishing, but just like, I wish I'd made better choices. Not to like, people who do that.
But no, he did say that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
He said, there's a lot safer ways to get the exact same reaction.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
better
Yeah,
reactions.
better reaction. Yeah.
Work the crowd.
But I just want to put out something that I noticed from this match is that Chad Gable's looking real cut. Looking
Looking real good.
defined.
And that the match card looked like he had a sweet mustache. But
Yeah.
he didn't, but it was just the shit. No, it looked like he had a sweet just like sort of fading off.
Maybe he was like pursing his lips and it created a shadow. Like,
Maybe.
right there.
Perhaps. He's doing
Doing
duck
duck
face.
face.
He was taking a selfie.
God dang it. There's also huge when Jordan got the hot tag, hit a huge flapjack on Aiden English, trap suplex on Gotch, and then
Because he can stretch like that. It's hard to find a guy you can actually grab his leg and put it next
On
to
your
his
shoulder?
head and
Yeah.
then suplex him on
Believe
his
me,
head.
I've tried.
I've tried too.
it's a beautiful. They've
Usually
tried
they just
together.
go, ouch, 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 and then they land on their head.
Huge side suplex, spear to English. We think we're going to see the Chaos Theory, which is the name of the finishing move, thanks to people in chat.
Is it?
Yeah, that's what
Really?
everybody's saying.
Well,
yeah.
that's
That
already,
Chaos
that's
Theory looks
already
sweet.
the name of a wrestling move.
What is it?
It's the
Oh, yeah.
back roll. It's Doug
That's
Williams'
the-
finishing move. It's a back roll German suplex.
Oh no,
Right, that was
no.
the
Okay,
thing.
Roll
that was a
backwards with
miscall
the
for
guy,
me.
and then you do a
Miscall for
German.
me. Excuse me.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I don't... Names or whatever.
Yeah. Names are whatever. English, it's a pretty mean sit-out powerbomb, but Jordan ends up tagging himself in, and they hit the handoff back suplex for the win, and American Alpha are your new #1 contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
And that match at TakeOver is going to be lit AF, as the kids say.
They do say that. Yeah.
Thanks, AF.
It's going to be turnt.
Sweet.
AF, I assume, is
Alphaplex?
short for alpha.
We're getting Alphaplex?
Yeah.
Alphaplex?
Alphaplex?
Alphaplexics. Yep.
Apple pies.
Very good. What did we call the medication for BAMF?
Oh,
Blurfexa.
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 Yeah. Because we called them Blurfy, and then when Alexa came in, it was Blurflex. Blurflex. Do not take Blurflexa. Yes. So, hell of a show tonight.
Side effects may include dubstep.
And sweet Freddy Krueger outfits.
Yeah.
And this weird claw fingers. Hell of a show tonight. Next week's show is going to be quite the show. We've got 2 weeks left until TakeOver. Oh my god! Can't. I don't want to think about it.
Well, so we
Jesus.
should have our programming note here.
Oh, we should. Yes.
Oh,
We'll be
yeah.
here next week, but the following week we shall not be here.
Yes, so in the lead up to WrestleMania,
Right.
we are going to be flying to Texas on Wednesday. So what that means is we are going to be doing a satellite, right?
Panic! Panic!
So we're going to be doing a satellite show, as I believe SmackDown will be doing as well. We're going to be doing a satellite show from Dallas. It's going to be audio only, as far as I know, just because I don't know if we can get the same sort of video quality. Either way,
audio only's
there
fine.
will be a show that week. It will probably be a little bit late because we're all flying in pretty late. So we'll probably do it Thursday, have it up by Thursday night, so that you can get more WrestleMania weekend for your buck, because it's free. What? So yes,
Yeah.
We're going to be doing all the podcasts that week.
we're going to be doing a lot. We're going to be doing some
We're just
gimmicks.
gonna light them up and just snort all the way through.
Are you going to be doing a satellite Rudo radio?
I don't know. Maybe. I fly back on Tuesday, so there might be time for me to... It goes up on Wednesdays. So
Okay.
There might still be time for me to do that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fine. So yes, programming note in 2 weeks. A satellite show, for people asking, means we're going to be doing it from Texas, not in the AfterBuzz studio.
Right.
We're gonna bring.
I mean, like
some
technically,
other
this is a satellite show.
I mean, technically, we're not gonna be doing it from this show, but yes,
from the studio.
From
this
location,
surrounded by screens.
We're gonna do it from our Dallas location,
We should
which is
just
a hotel
like
room.
do it on a webcam or something. Like,
Yeah.
Do it from an
super
eyesight
Yeah.
and just all cram in front of it. So the reason.
We'll periscope it.
Hi,
It'll be
everybody,
fun.
we're-
That's what somebody said. Periscope.
Yeah, periscope.
Hey everybody, we're just in our gym jams here, and we thought we'd just shoot the
Welcome to
breeze.
this special
Sleep naked. Enjoy.
the NXT After Dark After Show. We'll just have sexy music and lighting in the background.
Candles. We need
so
lots
yeah.
of candles.
It's the Quiet Storm on NXT.
Oh, gross. So yeah, with that, even though that kind of started it, let's get into some more news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV.
So there wasn't a lot this week, but there is some good stuff out there. I mentioned Kevin Undergaro on the Sam Roberts Show earlier this week. On the Sam Roberts Wrestling Podcast, we got our good friend of the show, Mr. Bull James. Very, very fun interview, talking about a lot of his time at NXT and what he's doing now. So make sure to listen to that. Have either of you guys heard that yet?
No.
Make sure to do it. I think it's like a 40-minute interview.
I will tune in for that.
It's really nice.
Yes.
It's a good show, and Bull's really really positive about his future and talks about the day of his release and yeah. Also, we have a former, and speaking of that same release day, Sylvester Lafort and Marcus Louis are reportedly backstage at tonight's tapings at some TV show in Florida, which I can never remember the name of.
The Tested Albert Show.
Yeah, that's what it was.
The
It was
other show in Florida.
the other show in Florida.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Evolve? No,
Well,
that's not it.
hopefully they can manage to be backstage at a wrestling event without getting a bucket of hair remover dumped on them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be helpful.
Maybe LaFort's just looking for new subjects to paint.
Maybe he's looking for a way to work out his other arm.
Yes.
Maybe, perhaps. Also announced this week on Monday Night Raw, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal is going to be returning for its third annual occurrence on the show. I'm working through it.
King of words.
I'm getting better. King of word style. King of style word. You all right? Can I have some of that cough syrup after the show?
Yes.
Mark B. Donica, me talk good.
Me talk good. So we're getting the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Last year I almost called him Kento. Last year we had Hideo Itami win his way into the Battle Royal. Presumably we're going to get a similar situation this year. If that is the case, who do you want to see in the Battle Royal this year?
I wouldn't be surprised to see several NXT talents in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal because we're getting so many multi-person matches on the WrestleMania card. I mean, that has never stopped the past 2 years from having a bunch of people pull double duty.
Sure.
But I think that like just having NXT people on the card would be a good way to flesh it out to you know, sort of save some people from potential injury or from having to, you know.
Can't we just have like these multi-man matches are kind of just whatever. They never matter. Like if we just made it a one-on-one match and it was Big Show versus somebody, that would be worth something. Is Big Show going to retain the cup, so to speak, or is it going to be passed down to somebody else?
Do you think that the Honor the Giant Memorial Battle Royal trophy should be defended in a singles match from year to year?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's
Fair enough.
I don't care.
that's not how that works.
I don't care.
But I mean, you say a couple of folks, but who would you want to see?
I'll let you start. Who do you want to see?
I want to see Hideo back. I mean, it was a year now since he's been seen, and I want to see him come back as a surprise and have it be something that's memorable. Oh, he made his return back the last time we
And
saw
then
him.
thrown out immediately because who cares about NXT talent? What?
Those kids, they
He got a
couldn't
nice
draw.
little moment.
He did. He had a great moment with the Big Show, who ended up going on and winning last year, of course.
Big Show.
We got the Big Show, Edge, and Undertaker.
Hold on a minute, player.
When he doesn't know.
Oh.
Apollo Crews, we have from Xeno Hour in chat. I'd say Apollo's a good choice. Maybe Baron Corbin. I would figure maybe smaller guys for the Battle Royal.
Why?
Yeah.
It's a giant.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, I think it would be awesome if it was 10 main roster guys and 10 NXT guys. But if I got to pick a few people to go into that, if I was in charge to go into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I would go Apollo Crews, Baron Corbin, maybe Finn Balor,
No. Unless he loses the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass and
Joe.
Enzo, maybe?
Yeah, I'm thinking tag teams.
Throw a tag team in there.
Vaudevillains Revival. I mean, just because I like them a long time.
Like I would, I would be more inclined to put in.
Why not?
As an NXT talent, Damian Sandow.
Wouldn't that be something?
I would be more inclined to
Fair play.
put people into the battle royal that aren't likely to be called up right away. Like I wouldn't put Enzo and Cass in that because I want them to have that huge, like they're debuting on Raw.
Nia Jax.
Yeah,
Dude, I would put Yas.
Yas.
Yaska.
Yas.
Nia Jax. Yas.
Nia Jax.
Couple people in the chat saying Joe. Somebody saying Oscar. Yaska. What about you? I mean, Hobo, you've already said kind of a couple people, but is there, if you could pick one person, who would it be? Baron
Damn
Corbin?
it, you. I was going to say Baron Corbin.
He thought of it first. I
He
just
did.
stole his thought.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Thought police.
What about, like, do you think we're going to see any of the indie darlings like Austin Aries,
Maybe
Shinsuke
Rich,
Nakamura?
Rich Swan. He's a flyer.
Rich Swan?
Maybe.
You know,
Confuse everybody, put Biff Busick in there?
I've gone on record elsewhere on the internet, but I will personally, I will honestly be surprised if we ever see either Austin Aries or Samoa Joe on the main roster.
Yeah.
Like pleasantly surprised.
Sure.
But one, they don't need it.
No.
Two, I mean, I'm sure everyone wants it, but I'm not sure whether those guys actually like really like want, you know, like depending on like what they're getting paid versus what they get paid on the main roster. Like, I mean, it's not something they need.
Right, I think they're fairly satisfied with where they are at this point in their careers.
Like, I think that
company.
I think that Styles has the potential to change mindsets of who's acceptable in WWE or who would get over on the main roster.
Sure.
But, like, honestly, I've never expected Samoa Joe to be on the main roster, and I expect Austin Aries to be on the main roster even less. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if they ever make it.
More people in the chat. Tommaso, if he was signed. Put Deanna in to get eliminated first.
Kota Ibushi, if he was signed.
Yeah, Kota.
We're playing What If.
Just rent. Yeah, that would be great.
by God, that's Prince Puma's music.
Oh God, no.
Should have put anybody in now.
Dude, just real quick.
Put Prince Puma.
Just real quick. Imagine 90,000 people chanting Cero Miedo.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's
In
too many
Texas.
people. Yeah.
At least half the crowd would get it perfectly.
Right.
The other half would go, "You speak English now!"
Oh my God.
Donald Trump.
Man.
2016.
Well, he is a Hall of Famer. He could make an appearance in the Andre the Giant Battle
really?
Royal.
He's
Yeah,
not in
if
the
he
Hall
won
of
that, it would be
Fame.
huge. It would be huge. It would be huge.
UGE. Huge.
Somebody's saying put Hobo in. Possibilities are endless. Depending on like
Hobo for GCS.
Hobo for
That's
the
right.
Global Cruiserweight Series.
Hobo for GC.
Yes, GC, yes. All right, so that's it for news and gossip this week. That's it for our show. Yeah, I mean we're running low on time. We talked about everything. We had
Turn
our
on
fun.
Periscope. We're gonna keep it going for another 2 hours.
What? You monster. He got me. He totally got me.
that.
I don't know how they found me, but they found me. Libyans.
Libyans.
So yes, thank you for joining us on this episode of the NXT After Show. We'll be back next week, and then we'll be gone for Mania. But we were going to keep bringing you that awesome NXT spirit right here on AfterBuzz TV. But until then, gentlemen, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter @TrueHobo. Watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood because I am now in a tag team. I have a tag team partner, and he is the wonderful, the one and only world's sweetest man, Jervis Cottonbelly. And right now, we are trying to find a name for our team. And it's looking like Friendship Express is in the lead.
That's good.
I like Genuine Dandelions. I like that one a lot. But, yeah, watch Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. I'll be in Arizona on Sunday. Working 2 shows, 2 lucha shows. Friday is Brian Kendrick's Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I got a busy weekend ahead of me.
If you go to Wrestling Pro Wrestling, there's a free cereal bar.
There he is.
You're going to be cleaning up.
You're damn right. I will make my way in the match to the cereal bar, and I will dive at my opponent and miss intentionally and destroy the cereal bar.
So make sure you get there early before he sweeps all of the contents of the cereal bar into a big hefty bag.
Yeah,
Into my mouth.
Go there and be his lucky charm.
Yeah.
He'll get a real kicks out of it.
Oh,
Bill?
wow. Mikey likes it.
That's life.
It's true. You can find me on Twitter at Sundown Motel. You can check out my writing at cagesetsies.com, sbnation.com/wrestling. Check out my weekly wrestling podcast, Rudo Radio, on iTunes and everywhere fine podcasts are sold. Check out my non-wrestling podcast, Scientific Podcast Goes Boink, on iTunes and everywhere fine wrestling is sold. Check out my movies on IMDb that I co-wrote, Three-Headed Shark Attack, Age of Tomorrow, Flight World War II, and, you know...
Make sure to check all of that stuff out.
You were waiting.
I really was. I was like trying to think,
Yeah.
what other cereals do I know?
Yeah.
Chex is good.
Make sure to cookie crisp it out.
That's, oh my god, that's a lot.
Do some smack.
Oh, sugar smacks.
I'm gonna do it right.
Smacks.
Oh.
Make sure to shoot up some heroin.
And you can count Chocula on that. And I'm done.
No.
Oh yeah, that was bad. That's really bad.
You know what? That was so bad. We're gonna Frankenberry you.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was gonna say Blueberry, but that's the same thing.
Yep.
That's dumb cereal.
Yep.
Make sure to go to nxteam.spreadshirt.com. I still haven't changed the prices.
Woo.
So-
You fool!
Yeah, I know.
You foolish!
Take
play
advantage
nuts.
of my
Yeah.
absent-mindedness, and if you
Take
have
money directly out of Mark's pocket. by
all of
buying
our
your shirt.
pockets,
Yeah.
and if you saw Raw, I'm sure you guys saw the I'm a Kathy Kelly guy shirt that was on the opening shot
So
for New
great.
Day. That was so cool.
So
we
great.
all got such a big kick out of that, especially Kathy.
Kicks out of it.
Damn it. So if you want Hobo stuff, if you want NXT Team stuff, I have a shirt for some reason. Oh, Solomon Krang, before they tell us to take it down, please pick that one up because that
Great
one's
shirt.
amazing. I got it myself. Yes, nxteam.spreadshirt.com. True Hobo, Sundown Motel, Mark B. Donica, Catherine Kelly, NX Team, hashtag, that's a hashtag, it's on Twitter.
Hashtag.
Follow all of us here at AfterBuzz TV. Make sure to leave us a comment on iTunes, a comment down below on our YouTube video. Thank you, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz, you, yes, later.
Buzz, later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.